Today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we're looking at another pedal in the NuX Reissue Series. Today, it's the Steel Singer Drive. And the Beard's going to tell you a little bit about this pretty simplistic pedal.
Yeah. This is a drive pedal.
Yes.
Probably modeled by the color of the knobs and the font.
Right.
After a particular type of amp.
Yes.
So, this... We said it with the chorus. Should be quick. It was quick with the chorus. I think they'll all be kind of quick.
Right.
We just want to jump in, go over them a little bit, and then get out. One of the questions we really asked ourselves with these pedals, and I guess before we go any further, just to say shout out to NuX for sending these out. Right. We really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. They're fun to check out. Was to ask each other the question, kind of where would we land on this? Mm-hmm. So in the opening, this is kind of where I landed. And this is not how I typically set up a drive pedal, so it's kind of weird. Turn the volume way up, pulled the gain back some.
Right.
And the filter is actually pretty high to get some of those highs out. And I was, I'm not, typically a telly player, mm-hmm. probably. So, but that's what kind of sounded good to me with this, or Strat, like I just, for something about it was calling single coils. So I grabbed a mini bunker.
Right. There's a single coil on that guitar.
For you astute people out there, right? It does seem to clean up. I didn't, in what we were playing, I never rolled it back. But, after we were doing that, I was thinking about that. Does it clean up well? So I'll go full on the volume on this and just show that real quick.
Yeah. It doesn't get sparkly clean, but it definitely can pull back, take a little bit of the hair off the drive.
And even with the drive way down like that, there's because part of me looks at this and goes, oh, this is going to be more like a clean boost kind of thing.
Right.
in my head for whatever reason. And
we'll see where I land. I haven't played it yet.
It isn't that necessarily.
Right.
So we're going to go through the knobs and stuff. And we will switch those cables now.
Burp, burp.
We will have to pause because I'm not going to be able to plug that into the telly.
All right.
So let's get into the features real quick. We have a volume, a gain, and a filter. And so I thought, we talked about this a little bit. This is kind of where I ended up. Pedal still on. I guess we could turn the pedal off, do a reference tone quick. So why don't we do that first?
So I think it's like a 99 Strat, noiseless pickups, 2-position, Tyler JT22.
And that was a 1950s hot rod telly. Don't know the year because you have to take the neck off to find out. And
no,
we're not that adventurous. Not just to find out.
It's not even mine, and I'm shaking my head no.
It's not worth it to find out the year. All right, so features. I think what we're gonna do is start with where it's set now, which is where I had it at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Let Pat play a little bit. Once he plays a little bit, we'll start rolling that filter knob around back and forth so we can hear the filter, and then we'll stop and get into the game.
It's hard for me because of the glare of the lights to see where you were, but even when you ended at the top, it wasn't totally chased me out of the room. I mean, it was bright, but it wasn't painful. I didn't find it personally ear darty, is the term we like to use, even with the 2 setting on a Strat, which is pretty bright. I'm not sure I'd run it all the way up there, but
where I landed on it was about 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
which is not typically where I would land, like with a tone pot. So I think this pedal does with a little bit of extra filter tone. Does seem to help it out a little bit.
Right.
Let's pull it back a little bit, and you can't really. I don't want to try and run the volume knob by itself. So let's run the gain. Actually, let's just start with the gain off. We're going to leave the volume where it is, which is about 3 o'clock. I just put it back just maybe a little bit. About 3 o'clock.
245.
Run the gain knob the whole way around, and then maybe I will experiment a little bit. Well, if it gets too that, we'll pull the volume back as we go up. But I think that should be all right.
And maybe I'll just stay on one chord. Maybe do G and G sus.
What happens if we pull the volume? Let's pull the volume back and run that again.
All right.
Those are hard to see with these lights. That the volume's just maybe under noon.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel like it was too far from unity in the room, did you?
Right. No, and it got pretty beefy. Without probably close to maybe where I'll land. Maybe I say that now, but
Not a clean boost.
no, that's right.
Right? I mean,
No,
not. But I think there's something
Could be.
about. I think there's something about the single coils. What if we run the volume all the way up at 12 and the gain all the way off?
All right.
And it's still adding some hair to it.
It does. It pushes the amp pretty nicely.
Sounds good. I mean, we don't want to say transparent to it.
We could. We don't have the shirt, but
But I mean, I don't feel like you're getting a whole lot of change in tonality of the amp, do you?
no, it just pushes it a little bit more.
One more time. There's some maybe extra highs with the filter.
Yeah,
cranked up.
highs or high mids, like it does push a little bit.
So maybe not transparent.
Kind of like the eyelid of a shark.
It's there, a little cloudy.
That's right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I think the first time we did it was when we did the opener for the series, and you played it. So I don't know that I've really taken it for a spin yet. But there are definitely some different things in there.
As part of this series that we're doing,
right?
Where do you land?
Man, I feel like probably closer to where you had it, because again, I'm screaming into this mic. Probably a self-imposed Gainiac. I don't know. Like, is that kind of where you had it? I like that for rhythm. Do I go all the way here? Or, where's the time? I don't dislike it.
But it's not this.
Right, which will be in another episode.
Right. So it's not like a high gain kind of thing.
Right.
But it's giving you some drive and stuff like that. So I think if that's where you're landing,
I think
we'll find out when we play out here in a second. If you like it or not. But
I liked it, and we'll see when we play with basically a clean. We're playing through the PV amp, the rhythm in the beginning, which we'll do at the end. So it won't be competing with much. Yeah, we'll see.
We always like to take a moment to stop and say thank you for watching. Thanks everybody that's taking the time to subscribe, click the notification bell, hit the like button, leave comments down below, go out to Instagram and Facebook. It's not a rote speech, even though it sounds like one, because we really do appreciate that. Anytime you interact with the show, it helps us out and helps us bring cool gear like this. And with that,
I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear.